Hello. Hello, lovely people. Hello, thank you so much for joining. I hope you're well. Lovely to have you. Thank you for joining, everybody. Good evening. Hello. I hope you've had a good year so far. Good year. Oh my goodness. I hope you've had a good week. I saw you last week, didn't I? Hi, thanks for joining. Lovely to see you, lovely to have you. Thank you for once again giving me access to your phones, your devices, anything for half an hour on a Sunday evening. I know in the UK it's Sunday and you want to, just kick back, relax. It's the weekend, but lovely to have you. Thank you very much for letting me in your homes. Lovely. So I hope you're all well. Tonight, I'm not going to bore you stiff. Bore you stiff. I'm going to write this down, then I'll put it in the caption on YouTube later. Bore you stiff. That means make you very, very tired. Bore meaning boring. Boring. I'm not going to bore you stiff. That means I'm not going to make you tired. I'm not going to make the lesson too boring tonight. I'm not going to bore you stiff. Excuse me. Tonight it's going to be very chilled, very relaxed. We're just going to have a lovely relaxed conversation, hopefully a nice session where you also, ask questions and maybe answer other people's questions as well. That would be great. چرا صداتون تغییر میکنه? I don't know. I'm sorry. Is my voice changing? I don't know. If it is, I'm sorry. It might just be the internet, maybe. We know it's freezing weather in Glasgow, right? It's freezing in Glasgow. I can imagine up in Scotland it would be very, very cold. Yes. How long are you speaking English? Excuse me. How long have you been speaking English? I was born in the UK, so I'm a native English speaker. I think your question should be, how long have you speaking Farsi? Have you been speaking Farsi? And the answer to that is for quite a few years. However, I'm still learning. I'm still learning Farsi. Okay. Because of the British accent, that's lovely. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Newcastle is freezing as well. Yes, yes. Sunny in Edinburgh. Lucky you. It's sunny in Edinburgh. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so let's get to it straight away. I don't know where you are if you live in the UK. I'm not sure exactly where you're based, where you are, but they are talking about severe frost this week. Serious, severe frost this week around the whole of England, and I'm sure that's going to spread to other parts of the country as well. So do wrap up warm. Do wrap up warm. This is me giving you some kind of friendly advice. Yeah, do wrap up warm. You're going to need it. It's going to be really, really cold. Definitely very cold. I'm guessing temperatures will struggle to stay around maybe 2 degrees. Temperatures will struggle to stay around 1 or 2 degrees. Temperatures will struggle to stay around 1 or 2 degrees. I'm guessing that's how cold it's going to be. So we're using temperatures as the subject of the sentence. Temperatures will struggle to stay around 2-3 degrees, possibly for tonight. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Let's get straight into it. It's a new year, obviously, brand new year. And for myself, I'm just going to let you in on a little secret on what I have planned for myself for this year, and I'd love to hear what you have in store for yourselves as well this year. So I'm starting a clean slate. A clean slate It's like a brand new page. Yeah. New year, new page. I'm starting a clean slate and I'm going to live like there's no tomorrow. I'm going to try and be aware, be conscious, be aware of every single moment of every day. When I say I'm going to live like there's no tomorrow, I don't mean I don't want to indulge in materialistic things. That's not what I mean. I don't want to, go shopping and materialistic things. That's not what I mean. I mean, I want to try and pay more attention to the people around me. I want to pay attention to my time management, how much time I'm putting for different things. I definitely want to put in more work for my courses, obviously my lovely students and everybody. So I'm going to pretend like that's it. There's no tomorrow. This is my last day on earth. How can I maximize this opportunity? How can I make the most of today? If I think that this is my last day on earth, what's the best that I can do? I need to try and be the best version of myself today. So that's what I'm going to try and do. How long can I keep this up? I don't know. That is yet to be seen. We'll have to wait and see, but that's what I'm going to try anyway. Mindfulness, definitely. Could you please write every phrase you say in the live? I am going to write all of this in the caption on YouTube. I promise, definitely. Excuse me. من پسورد فایلم رو یادم رفته. Okay. If you can send me a message in DM, I'll try and help you with your password for the website. Lovely. Okay. Excellent, excellent. So what about you, lovely people? Do you have any New Year's resolutions? What are you going to do differently this year, starting now in January? Would you save the live? Yes, I'm recording it and it will go onto YouTube and it will live on YouTube. در مورد کلاساتون میگید yes, I will. I always find it difficult to follow up your resolution. I know it's not just you. Lots of people struggle to keep that momentum going. Yeah. First thing in January, everyone is you're really hyped up, new slate, new year, new this, new that, let's start afresh. And then gradually, as we start approaching February and March, it starts dying down, and by April and May, people have forgotten. So it's not just you. I definitely want to seize the day, as you said earlier this year. Yes, lovely. Seize the moment, seize the day. Absolutely. Very good. یا علی. چقدر خوب فارسی حرف میزنی. Thank you. That یا علی is fantastic. Thank you. آیا درس و کورس top notch خوبه بخونم؟ Top notch. Is that the name of a course or a textbook or something? I'm not familiar with that. I'm sorry. So I can't really comment on that. I do apologize. I want to give myself a fresh start and not be negative. Yes. I think that was Sahar. Is that right? Very good. It's really easy, it really is easy to start feeling negative, to feel like you just want to give up, surrender. You don't want to fight. At the end of the day, we're all built in a way that we like to stay comfortable. We like to remain in our comfort zone, right? I think, in my view anyway. And I guess we have this inbuilt system inside us where we try to battle for survival. And the best way that we can maintain our survival is to stay away from risk, stay away from danger, stay away from anything that's unfamiliar. I think that's what genetically we are programmed to be like and what to do. So stepping out of our comfort zone isn't easy. Looking risk straight in the eye isn't easy. Going against how we feel and, you know, staying comfortable and that kind of thing. None of this is easy, which is why usually you have the majority who don't succeed, unfortunately, and only the few minority who do succeed. It's not easy, it really isn't, but at least we can give it a go. Anyway, how can I improve my writing skills? How can you improve your writing skills? I would ask you, you want writing to do what? Do you want to just improve writing like letters to friends, or do you want to improve your writing for an exam? So it would be important to know what you want to do with that writing. And then following on from that, there are lots and lots of very good free resources available on YouTube, on Google, lots of really good resources available, lots of textbooks also. If you're thinking of improving your writing for GCSE, which is one of the key qualifications in England, there's plenty of that all over YouTube and the internet for free. That's something I would suggest. If you want to learn how to write letters, formal letters that you will need in everyday life, you want to write a letter to your landlord to give them information that you're leaving the property, you want to give notice of something, you want to complain to somebody about a product or a service, you want to write an article. These are the things that I teach on my writing course. So I would suggest you head over to my website, take a look, read the description, please, and then see if that would tickle your fancy. See if that would tickle your fancy. Yeah, I'm going to write that down as well. These idioms, they only come to me when I'm speaking in English. I can't really think of them beforehand, unfortunately. So see what tickles your fancy, which one you like, basically. See which one you like. You're the best teacher which you choose the sub. Thank you, that's very kind of you. You sometimes use slangs. I don't know it's a thing that we can use in any English speaking country or not. That's a really good question. Slang, idiom, phrasal verbs, these are aspects of the language that I would say usually any English speaking country would have an idea at least and understand what you're trying to say. There are some idioms that we use that are just for the UK, but if you use this in other English speaking countries, the majority of the people understand what you're saying, because at the end of the day, lots of aspects of English are common and they're shared between all these different languages and countries. Good to see you after 2 weeks. Thank you. You too. I was here last week. I'm sorry I missed you. Okay, that's something. I'm just going to point that out. One of our lovely friends. What was it? Was it Turaj? Is that right? Turaj. Yes. I am going to tell Turaj. Hi, Turaj. I was here last week. You weren't, apparently. So I say, I'm sorry I missed you. I'm sorry I didn't see you. I'm sorry I missed you. Okay. Thanks, because I really like to copycat your phrases because it's so natural. You like to copy phrases. Lovely. Language is all about copying, isn't it? We learn language from different resources, from different sources, and then we just maybe tailor it to suit our own intentions, what we want to say. And then we use the same thing, really. Why you said, I'm sorry, I missed you. Yes. So if I phone you and you don't answer, culturally in the UK, we say, I'm sorry, I missed you. I'm sorry, I couldn't get through to you. I don't say it's your fault. I phoned you, you didn't answer. We don't say that because that's really rude. So we say, I'm sorry, I couldn't get through to you. If I came to a meeting, you were not here. I'm sorry, I missed you. That's the way we say it. Okay. Where in the UK are you from? Where I'm from is London, but I'm currently living in Manchester. You have a lovely face. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Do you have special course for speaking? Yes. Again, if you head over to my website, please. I've got 3 speaking courses, speaking 1, 2, and 3. One thing I would definitely suggest, very strongly suggest to everybody, is before you go to any of my courses and buy a course, because I know it's not free, I know it's not cheap, especially if you're buying from Iran. I do appreciate the prices are quite heavier than the prices you pay in Iran. I do appreciate that. So I always ask students, please read the description to the courses very carefully. You've got the English and Farsi description to the course. As well as that, please do watch any aspect of the course that I've put as a sample. Take a look at it, read it, save it, download it, keep it. It's yours, it's free. It'll give you an idea, firstly, of my teaching style, teaching method, and also of the level of the course. I know there are so many students who say, Layla, I want to buy all your courses. Thank you, that's very kind of you, but I don't think that's a very good idea right now. It depends on your level. What do you want English for? It takes time. Please don't rush. I'm not going anywhere. These courses will always be available. So please do read the description. Do watch the sample. If you think it's suitable, then please buy it. What was this? Sorry. How Iranian can pay the course. So if you live in Iran, then if you would kindly just send me a message, what course you're interested in, I will be able to give you the same price in 2 months. So I will convert that into the day's price of 2 months, and I will also send you details of an Iranian bank card that you would be able to pay. Once you've paid, then I will manually enroll you on that course here. So please don't worry, if you live in Iran, you can still access the course. Okay, I was hoping to talk about other things, but okay, we're talking about courses now. The link, yes, is in my bio. شما پدر یا مادرتون ایرانی هستن. My father is Persian, and I'm very, very, very proud that my father is Persian, extremely proud. I'm proud of my mum, I'm proud of my dad, both of them. But having Persian blood inside of me is something I'm extremely proud of. And wherever I go, if I meet people, if I start working somewhere, whenever there is an opportunity and we're talking about culture, history, ancient things, tradition, I always do let people know, and I don't care what nationality they are, I always do let them know, did you know that music started in Iran? Did you know the very first insurance was created in Iran? Did you know it was Iran that had the first coin that dealt with, you know, buying and selling? And I always like to let everybody know about the fascination, about the glory of Iran, what it used to be, and it will be soon, hopefully. So nice of you. Thank you, Parisa. Nice of you. Lovely. Have you been to Iran before? Have I been to Iran before? Yes. I studied at school in Iran when I was a child, just for a few years. Last time I was in Iran, my son was 6 months old. He is 15 years old now. So that was about 14 years ago, 14, 15 years ago. Congratulations of revealing your life and background. Thank you. I'm very proud of it. Thank you. پدرتون اهل کدام شهر ایران هستن؟ Okay. I don't think you can tell in my accent. I don't know. My father is actually from Mashhad in Iran. And when he was a teenager, this is before the Iranian Revolution. When he was a teenager, he came here to England, and that's where he met my mum. My mum was also a teenager. She was working in a bank, and that's where my mum and my dad met, here in England. That's the story. Okay. Where should we text you about your course? If you would send me a message in my DM, that would be lovely. On Instagram, that would be great. شما شبیه بریتیش ها هستید. Thank you very much. منم مشهدی هستم. Very good, very good, lovely. We built the foundation of civilization. Here we go. Wordy Coach English. We built the foundation of civilization. Yes. I wish we could follow that path and bring about more good things to the world. You know what? I know we will. I'm sure that we will, because of the very, very big people that have given their lives, as you know, since the very beginning. I'm not just talking about Masa Amini and Hadis and Niku and Nikah, and I'm not talking about Niku. We had Nikah. I think we had a Niku as well, and Nima, and all of these lovely, lovely people. It's not just because of these lovely people and people who are still alive as well, but even going back further, we've had such big people doing such fantastic things with the music of Baraye, and they actually created a new category in the Oscars. I think Iran and Iranian people have made enough noise. They have got people's attention around the world. So people are watching, definitely. People are definitely watching. Proud of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really wish you would, what you say come true. I think all of us do, don't we? Okay, so چیکار کنیم؟ انگلیسی رو مثل خودتون حرف بزنیم. من انگلیس هستم الان. ممنون میشم راهنمایی کنید. Okay, so this lovely person, if you live in England, please count yourself lucky. Count yourself lucky. That means you're very lucky. Yeah. Count yourself lucky. You are very lucky that you're living in an English-speaking country. Not lucky because it's England. No. Lucky because you turn the TV on, it's English. You turn the radio on, you walk outside of your house, you go to the doctors, the bank, the library, the school, the church, the park. Anywhere you go, automatically for free, you will hear English. Okay? So one thing that I would suggest you do is you listen to as much as you can from TV, from friends, neighbors, college, anywhere, absolutely anywhere. Listen to it. Try and understand what they're saying. You will not understand 100%, of course not, but it's a good idea to maybe keep your phone with the notes app on your phone, or a little notebook. Things that you hear, just quickly jot it down. Jot it down. Not bad. یادداشت کردن. Yeah. Jot it down. Jot it down, and then later look it up in the dictionary and see what it means. And then start thinking, okay, what does that mean? Why did they say that? How can I use that? And that's gradually how we learn. Learning a language, my dear, dear friends, learning a language is not something, it's not a 1 year, 2 year journey, okay? A language, a complete language, is something that has to be alongside the culture of that language. I've spoken about this before. If I'm talking to you lovely people, I don't say تو که گفتی da da da. I say اونطور که شما فرمودید. That's part of the culture, isn't it? Yeah. So you're not just learning vocabulary and grammar. Anybody can learn vocabulary and grammar. You need to be learning the culture as well. And when we learn the culture of a language, we start learning the language together, and that will really, really help you, I think. Oh my God, I count myself very lucky that I've joined your live. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. خوش به حالت. به هیچ دوستی من هیچ دوستی پیدا نکردم. Okay. قواعد رو چطور یاد بگیرم برای سوالات دانشگاه؟ قواعد, I'm not sure what you mean by قواعد. Do you mean the regulations, the rules of university, or do you mean grammar? I'm not sure which one you mean. I'm sorry if you could clarify that. Okay, culture, yes. Yeah, learn from native speakers. I live in Manchester. Very good, very good. صداتون خیلی تغییر میکنه. I'm so sorry about this. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm so sorry about this. Hi, Beta. It's lovely to join your live. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello. Thank you. You're very kind. Grammar. So you want to learn grammar. Okay. I'm currently in the middle of a grammar course, actually, with some of you lovely people. I'm currently in the middle of a grammar course, but it's a self-study course, so you can get the course and study it by yourselves. Again, get the sample lesson, study that. If you're happy with it, then you can consider getting the course itself. Learning the grammar is not difficult because grammar is formula. It's just formula, very similar to maths, where it's a formula, it's a set formula. So learning formula isn't difficult. It's just something we commit to memory and we learn it. It's learning the grammar so that I can use it in conversation. That is the key, right? So when you learn a new structure, if you're learning present perfect simple, for example, continuous, passive, conditional, anything, it's important that once you've learnt that piece of grammar, you go and try and find as many examples as you can with that grammar. So if you live in the UK, if you want to go out, and you don't have to spend money, even if you go on the bus with the free newspapers on the bus, if you want, on the metro, you don't have to buy anything. You just grab a metro newspaper, and there's one every day, and you read the newspaper, and every time you see a grammar structure that looks similar to what you've just learned, you just underline it. And you look at that sentence, why did they use this grammar? What does it mean? And then you start making your own sentences as well. And gradually, that's how we build up on it. I knew the grammar, but I could not write perfectly. What should I do? When you want to learn writing, if you want to learn to write a letter, writing the answer to specific exam questions like the IELTS or TOEFL or GCSE or these kind of things. Again, you're following a certain pattern, olgu, yeah? You're following a certain pattern and you need to study that pattern really, really well. You need to learn, what do we write? How do we write it? All of this can be found on Google. You really don't have to pay anything. All of it can be found on Google. You just need to be very specific about what you want to learn. Writing is an ocean. What in writing do you want to learn? Do you want to learn how to write a letter? Do you want to learn how to write task 1 of IELTS academic exam? Very specific, and then go after that. Okay. Do you have a private online classes? I do, but if memory serves me right, I think all of my sessions are booked right now, unfortunately. If memory serves me right, اگه درست یادم باشه, I had this in one of my reels as well. I think all my sessions are full right now. I'm not sure, but if you send me a message, then I will take a look and let you know if that's okay. Request me upload a cover letter. So a cover letter is a little bit different to a CV. As we call it CV in America and Canada, they might call it resume. We call it CV, curriculum vitae, it's a French word. And your CV is basically very similar, that's my alarm. Your CV stays similar depending on what job you want to get. So you've got one CV. Your cover letter changes every time you want to get a job with a different company. Your cover letter changes. And what you write in your cover letter is you go on the website of that company. Let's say, for example, you want to get a job with Amazon, for example, the company Amazon online. You go on the Amazon website. What are they really good at, Amazon? What are they proud of? What do they need? What are they looking for? What kind of a person specification are they looking for? Your cover letter, you need to specifically answer in a way that Amazon will find you a suitable candidate. So a cover letter, it's very, very important that you're very clear what it is that company is looking for. What characteristics, skills, personality type do you have that matches nicely with what they're looking for? That is your cover letter. Okay, so you need to try and make yourself as presentable as possible with that company or business. Okay, من دارم کالج میرم ولی احساس میکنم sorry, what was that? احساس میکنم تأثیری توی صحبت کردنم نداره. You're not the first person to say that. I've heard lots of people say it. I used to teach at college, so I know exactly what's going on in the colleges these days. I know. You might think that you can't see any improvement, but I promise you, you are improving. Believe me, if you're attending college every day, if you're doing the homework, if you're present in the lesson, if you're doing the lesson, if you're taking part, I promise you, you are improving. You might not be able to see it straight away, but all those little interactions, those little conversations with your classmates in English, with your teacher, reading everything you're reading in the textbook, doing the homework, traveling to college, talking to people on the bus, on the tram, on the underground, talking to people in the canteen, in the cafe. All of these, you're using English, so you are improving, but you might not just be able to see it that much. You talked about culture. Does Australia have a different culture from UK when learning English? I can't really answer that question. Shall we say I'm not comfortable answering that question because I don't know about the Australian culture at all. Unfortunately, I don't know. It might be best to ask somebody who's lived in Australia for a long time. I do know that I worked with a lovely lady from Australia, and obviously we understand each other perfectly well. We both speak English. They have their own accent, their own idioms, their own little differences, but we understand each other very well. They will definitely have their own culture. I'm not aware of it, I'm afraid. What's the difference between tube and underground? Both of them are the same. Some people say the tube, some people say the underground. We use them the same. You are excellent. Oh, thank you very much. Lovely. دل به دل راه داره به انگلیسی. دل به دل راه داره. دل به دل, I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. Can you help me with the meaning of that, please? Thanks for taking the time for the live session. Lovely, lovely. How can I improve my English, especially in writing? I just answered that question in this live. So if you go and listen to me again on YouTube, I've answered it. Thank you. YouTube لهجهشون فرق داره با این چیزی که اینجا تدریس میکنن. اوکی. سلام به همگی. ببخشید که خارج از موضوع صحبت میکنم. من برای تقویت سپیکینگ نیاز به فردی دارم. اوکی. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Again, taking time out of your very busy schedule and joining me. Thank you for your questions. I know some of you are very active and you answer some of my questions as well for other students. Thank you for doing that as well. Everything that I mentioned in my live tonight, I'm going to write it in the caption section of YouTube, and then I will put the YouTube link in the story on Instagram, and I will do that tonight. Okay, so you can go watch this again on YouTube. I think means WR. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. Have a very good week ahead. Please do wrap up warm. It's going to be really cold. Do wrap up warm, and I will see you again next Sunday. Thank you. Good night.